Hello, everybody. It is Raphael from Thoughts and Insights. And in this episode, I just wanted to do a check in during this holiday season. The holiday season is in full swing right now, everybody, and it's the busiest time of the year. I have to admit, Thanksgiving is next week, and I'm already listening to Holly on Sirius XM. I just can't help certain things sometimes, especially if they bring joy to my spirit. But I've been waiting for this time all year long, and now that it's here, I wish it would just slow down. That time is seems like it's flying. Before we know it, we'll be in 2025. I don't even want to say that, but that's the reality. So, whatever brings you joy right now, do it. Watch it, listen to it, go to that place. Don't wait for the right time because we miss those times quite often. And when they pass, we wish we could have done whatever we could have. So I don't know if that sounded right, but we have a sense of regret, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I remember when I was young, um, I grew up in this village, and we used to have these holiday gatherings, Christmas, for instance. The whole village would come to the central area, and there would be food, games, just community. Everybody knew each other, and it was a safe place for everybody. And I remember they would gather the kids, all of us. I was young, I was just a kid, and they would say Santa's coming, and we would all get excited. They would call us, and one time I remember over this hill from the back roads, this truck came blowing its horn. We could hear it like coming way in the distance. We couldn't see it yet until it came over the hill, but we heard this like from this rumbling from the back roads because it was just dirt road, and it had like what we call these washboards, these bumps in the road. So we heard the rumbling, and then like we heard the horn blowing in the distance. And these adults were telling us, Santa's coming, we're all excited. And over the hill, this truck is all decorated, with Christmas decor, and Santa's standing in the back, waving and yelling, ho, 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 Merry Christmas, the trucks coming through the village where we're at and blowing its horn and just making a spectacle of, it's a really cool entrance, and we were all happy, yelling, and it was cool. He got off the truck, and everybody ran to him, and that was a really cool time. I remember this other time too where the community actually they made a sleigh, and had Santa in there. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm trying to figure out how it worked because I remember there were the reindeers, but under the reindeer, I don't know, were they made of wood or did they were just half like cloth? But the people were the reindeers, and they were pulling this sleigh. And that came into where we were, but it was just a little bit more slower because, like I said, they had people like tied to the reins, and they were like walking, pulling this sleigh, and Santa was in the back. See, that's kind of like the stuff that I'm reflecting on. It's like how realistic they made it for kids. Um, And it was just an innocent time, from when I grew up. It's like it was okay to I don't know if I want to say believe that, because that's not what I'm trying to do here. I'm just sharing, but it was, it's okay to feel that way, to have that awe, that inspiration, the moment. So, which brings me to just like the challenges and joys that I see in these times are that, there are not too many community engagements anymore. That I don't know. Of course, everything's different now. And these times, I'm talking about two different times. I guess don't get me wrong, it's awesome to celebrate with loved ones, your families, and how we have family gatherings and stuff like that. But at a greater scale, it's good to connect with others in the community as well. Maybe I'm just missing those old days, you know, those good times that I just talked about. Fond memories, I guess, from when I was a kid. And I guess the key, is to just make the best of where you are and with what you have. That's kind of like something that I've been hearing, these past 5 years from people that I listen to. Now that I think about it, I think it's just me. And I believe that in some places there are still community gatherings that celebrate holidays together, um, which is cool, And if I'm just missing that nostalgia, why can't I create my own traditions of how I want to celebrate? At some point in our lives, that's just what we have to do, to carry on traditions, past traditions, but also importantly, create new traditions. Wow, I just thought of that right now. It just like popped up, and I'm gonna write that down. That's something that I'm going to add to my 2025 goals to create new traditions. That's gonna be cool. Just some tips and advice. Some tips for staying connected with loved ones during this holiday season are schedule virtual gatherings. Now on social media, you can go live, you can even create events, with your family. And if you can't be with family, during this time, or friends, or whoever you feel close to, schedule a virtual gathering and see each other's in real time. Another thing is to send thoughtful messages. The coolest thing that has happened to me in the last couple of years is my family creating a group chat, you know, and that's how we communicate. Um, and it's cool because if it's somebody's birthday, or if it's like a holiday that we can't all be together, or maybe we're not making it to the holiday gathering, or for whatever it is, we're able to communicate there and wish each other, good times or whatever the occasion is. Also, you can plan meetups with friends, family, if you're in town or whatever, hey, let's meet up, for a cup of coffee or something. Most importantly, though, practice active listening. Sometimes during conversations, our cell phones can be distractions, and, be present, especially during this time. Appreciate, who you're with, who you're around. Let me get a drink of coffee real quick. Some ways to manage holiday stress and maintain well-being. Plan ahead to avoid last-minute stress. Set realistic expectations. Sometimes we just gotta understand that some things are not gonna go perfectly, and that's okay. Another one is to delegate tasks. Don't try to do everything yourself. Share responsibilities to lighten the load. Practice self care. Take time for yourself to relax and recharge. I think that's the most important thing throughout this whole season is to not forget about yourself. Take that time for yourself, especially if you're busy, and you're just always on the go. We can easily lose sight of ourselves and get overwhelmed with stress. Oh, a good way to remedy that, or is to stay active. Physical activities like exercising can help reduce stress. You know, you don't have to go hard on the exercise. Just a walk. 30-minute walk, or even just getting out of your space. Go outside. You know, go look at the nature. Get in nature. If it's night, go stargaze. That's what I do. I love stargazing. Another tip is to budget wisely. Set budgets for your gifts and other expenses. You don't always have to try to get the most expensive things, or even try to have the most expensive things like decorations and things like that. The old tradition of taking out your Christmas decorations out of the closet. Some of those things you've kind of had for some time. Some of them might even be falling apart. Not all the lights might even be working, but they're still useful. Another tip is to stay connected. Reach out to friends and family for support. Talking can provide comfort and help to feel less isolated. And that's kind of one thing that um, we don't often, see on the surface level. We don't always know what people are going through. Maybe it's a hard time for them. So checking in definitely, can be a good thing all around. Um, Limit commitments. It's okay to say no to invitations and activities. Prioritize what truly matters to you and avoid overcommitting. That's one thing that some people struggle with. They feel like they have to be everywhere and, be a part of everything. And just look at them. They're all stressed out. But this is just tips for you. You know what I mean? It could be less stressful. I'm telling you. Lastly, practice gratitude. Focus on the positive aspects of the holiday season. Keep a gratitude journal. Keeping a gratitude journal can help shift your mindset and reduce stress. By managing these things, you can manage holiday stress more effectively, and you can enjoy the season with a little bit more peace and joy. What are some of your own holiday experiences and tips? Share them in the comment section of this episode. I'd love to hear all about them. Even if you enjoy listening to my podcast, let me know. Share a comment or give me some good star ratings. That would really help my page. I looked at my page and somebody gave me 5 stars, and I'm really grateful for that. If you look at my podcast, look at the somebody gave me gave me 5 stars, which is cool. Thank you so much. But I want to thank you all for tuning in, and I know I haven't been consistent enough to really get this off the ground, but I am grateful and appreciative for all you who do tune in to the episodes. Right now, I'm working on really weeding out a lot of things in my life, decluttering more so. And my goal in 2025 is to only have and use what serves me. I should do an episode on that, but I'm just grateful overall. So, again, thank you all, and I appreciate you. So to recap, because I didn't want to make this all long, is to just check in with yourselves, with your loved ones, check in with your circle outside of that, whether it's your friends, your followers on your social media platforms, and so on. Go back and listen to the personal reflections and holiday tips that I just shared. Write them down for yourselves and implement them so that you can breathe a little bit more freely with less holiday stress during this time. I wish you all a very happy holiday season. And please be safe in whatever you do and wherever you go. It's okay to enjoy, your season with a little bit of drinks here and there, but please don't drink and drive. That's one of the things that I've been seeing throughout, this year on the news is, just the tragedies of drunk drivers. You know, I don't want to get into that, and that's all I'll say about that. But please don't drink and drive. Get a designated driver. Call a cab, Uber, a Lyft, whatever there is nowadays. With that, I'm Raphael, and this is Thoughts and Insights. One small announcement for any YouTubers out there that are listening, I will be working on a Thoughts and Insights YouTube channel. I'm pretty excited about it too. There will be some extras on there. YouTube is more video content, so anything related to just me inspiring people or just sharing my stories, you probably see in video form there. I know that Spotify, or not Spotify, podcast, what used to be shoot, what was that, uh Anchor. Anchor is where I started my podcast. However, I don't know if Anchor sold out to Spotify or Spotify bought Anchor. However that whole thing works, it's now Spotify for podcasters. But I do know that they've kind of leveled up, and you can do like video podcasts now. Like before recording this episode, I did have the option of showing video, and maybe at some point I will. Once I get a really cool setting, and I'll just turn the camera on and talk to you like I'm talking to you right now. But for my YouTube channel, I probably will share some episodes there, but also just more video content of just me sharing, just things. All right, everyone, much love and happy holidays. And again, thank you for tuning in. Um, and yeah, listen to this as much as you want to kind of help you. Like I said, write those things down for yourself, implement them, and I wish you less stress during this time. Be safe. Be safe.